for the Bills and Bengals right here on WLWT Sunday night. All week, we're raising also awareness and money to provide CPR training for people in our region after it was used to save Damar Hamlin, who collapsed during January's game at Paycor Stadium. And here to tell us just how important it is to know CPR is Stephanie Bird with the American Red Cross. Stephanie, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Such an important story and purpose and mission here. What is the purpose of CPR for people that don't know?
Sure. So CPR is a technique that's absolutely necessary to make sure that blood continues to flow to the brain when someone has a sudden cardiac arrest. Mm-hmm. And we know that about 350,000 people a year, there are 350,000 cardiac arrests mm-hmm. that occur every year. And for every minute that happens, that occurs from the time the arrest happens, there is 10 seconds before CPR has to be administered in order to save a life. And so there's a very short time frame for making sure that people get the support that they need.
And for people that may not be familiar, is CPR just about cardiac arrest or maybe even heart attacks? How else can it help people?
Well, so CPR, the CPR certification that we do includes not just the CPR chest compressions and that training, but it's basic life safety. And so the training that's needed if there's a choking hazard and someone needs to be to have the Heimlich maneuver because of the choking hazard. The very basic first aid skills that are needed when someone has an emergency, and CPR being one of those. And obviously having an AED is important to have as well as you're administering the CPR.
And it's very empowering to know that you won't be left just stumped when someone is in case of an emergency. But some people may say, why should I learn this? I could just call 911.
Well, you can call 911. Absolutely, that's the first step when you are trained in CPR is to call 911. But you also never know where you're going to be. It could be someone in your home. It could be your neighbor. There may not be a health professional, likely not to have a health professional or someone who is trained nearby. And so having those skills is absolutely necessary because you don't know when they're going to be needed.
Of course, this is near and dear to my heart. My mom was saved with CPR during a cardiac arrest, so definitely important. And we are collecting donations all week long where we'll go to these and they'll make a difference in our community. Where can people ensure that those donations will go?
And so we are partnering with 4 of our agency partners here in the community to make sure that when we're doing the CPR certifications, we're reaching people who wouldn't otherwise necessarily be able to be certified. And so we have 4 partners that we're working with: the Health Gap, Brighton Center in Northern Kentucky, Santa Maria Community Services, and then the Northern Kentucky Community Action Council. And we wanted to make sure that we were covering the breadth of the community, making sure that we were covering both sides of the river, and reaching the broadest population that we could to make sure that people who couldn't afford it are able to access the training.
And no doubt it will save lives. Stephanie Bird, thanks so much for being here with us.